16 after 7 o'clock now, export to Canada in a day. Is it possible, you ask yourself? And so Narissa Allen says it is possible, but you need to understand how and why. So Narissa, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thanks for asking. What's this initiative about, export to Canada in a day?
Yes. So the initiative is really geared towards supporting Barbadian businesses understand how to reach the Canadian market. It is a wide open market. There are plenty of opportunities. What we want to do is to prepare Barbadian businesses to get into that market.
Are there specific businesses that have this opportunity, or is it open to any business to get into this wide open market of which you speak?
This particular workshop is geared towards food-based businesses. So if you're a manufacturer of food, or if you're a manufacturer of beauty cosmetics, skincare, body care, hair care, things like that.
So food and body
Cosmetics
care.
And body care and skincare.
All right. And we can't assume that because we have a market here in Barbados, in the way we present it, that it will be accepted at the border in Canada. And so the workshop seeks to explore how to get past the border?
Exactly. So it's not like a talk shop. What it is how do you apply the rules that are required in Canada to your product? So we go through labels. Do your labels meet the Canadian labeling requirements, English and French? We go through the compliance measures. Food has very strict compliance measures, but they're transparent in Canada. So it's an open market. It's not that it's an easy market, but what it is it's very clear and transparent. So we are able to run you through exactly what you need so that you don't get stopped at the border. If it's your first time exporting into Canada, then we're going to be looking at your export documentation, logistics, shipping, all of these things that would allow you to be an easy supplier for a Canadian importer to say, yes, I want to do business with that business.
Have Barbados business really been flowing across the border into Canada generally? Well,
we've seen millions of dollars worth of goods moving across the border, but not as much as I would love to see. As a Bajan diasporan living in Canada, I think that there's so much more opportunity. The consumer base in Canada is shifting in terms of what they want to see. They want to see natural products. They want to see cleaner goods, both in your food and your skincare. And Barbadian products, even if you go to the Caribbean market at the Bell, you'll see that the products are already geared towards that. You see authentic products, authentic foods. You see clean ingredients in both the skincare and the foods. It's really just how do you now position yourself to take advantage of the opportunities that are there.
So pretty much we're doing well already.
We're doing well, yeah.
We just need to know how to get a little bit further and get our foot across the border here.
Exactly.
And so you've created a workshop. And I mean, it's a working space for people to get to understand more. When is it?
It's September the 5th, and I want to really exactly. It's a week away, so don't delay. Give us a call and get yourself registered for the workshop. But I just want to emphasize that it's not a talk shop. Please come prepared to work. Bring your labels. Bring us a sample of your product. Bring your laptop, because we're going to be going through and showing you all the tools that you need to not just to know, but how to use them, so that you are understanding the Canadian Food Inspection Agency rules. You're understanding Health Canada rules. You're understanding the Canada Border Services rules and how to declare your products, so you're not delayed. You don't have your import doesn't have additional or the wrong duties to pay. All of these things we're going to be covering.
Where is it and what time is it?
It's at the LESC. It's on Saturday the 5th of September between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. It's a full day. There's a lot of information to go through. A full lunch is included because you're not running away at the end of halfway through the day. There's a lot to do.
Of course, registration is going to be critical. How can people register to turn up?
So if you want to register, head over to our website at worldtradecommission.com. If you have any questions, you can WhatsApp me at 778-242-9591.
All that's on that. That's a lot of numbers. worldtradecommission.com.
Yes.
worldtradecommission.com. And while there, you see how to register. You do register, and registration closes perhaps by the 4th or thereabouts, because you need to be able to accommodate by the 3rd.
By the 3rd.
So you really don't have a lot of time, Barbados. Today is the 27th of August. And so you have to be, by the 3rd of September, be registered to be there.
Yes.
You'll be catered for, so your registration needs to be done early o'clock.
Yes.
And so I want to look at the who for a second, because oftentimes the creator of a product is not necessarily the manager of the business.
Right.
So who do you want to come?
Well, I've actually seen many of the entrepreneurs that I spoke to recently are solopreneurs, or what we call solopreneurs. So they wear all the hats. And if that's you, then we want you at the workshop. But if you have someone who's dedicated to the clearance process, if you're already exporting and there's someone who's managing your clearance, that person should be at the workshop. But from my experience and what I've seen in talking to the entrepreneurs here, many of them are single man businesses, right? So we want them there. They understand their business. We're talking about labels. We're talking about how to build a 90-day export plan, so that even if you're not ready right now, you know and you understand the steps to get yourself ready in the future. And the importance of that is, we have a store in Vancouver, Canada, and it is a part of our nonprofit organization that supports businesses in Canada. And we have about 45 businesses in that store that we showcase and we sell their products. It's not just an additional way to get revenue into your business, but it's a test market. So if you participate, or when you participate in this workshop, Export to Canada in a Day, I'm going to be personally assessing the products that you bring. And those that are ready, we will then provide them with an opportunity to test market in our store in Vancouver. So it's a pathway. It's not just you're coming, hearing information, you're learning, but you also at the end of it have an opportunity now to test market in a live retail space in Canada.
This is an opportunity not to be missed. Whether you're small or medium-sized, it is for you. That's the whole point here, that you can now see Canada as one of those markets into which you can export, and you can, and not just North America as just the United States of America.
Exactly.
And so Canada is another open market, a space where you can actually earn some money, but you can test your product as well. If you need to know what to do to get into the Canadian market, then you need to show up on the 5th of September. But you need to register by the 3rd of September by going to the website worldtradecommission.com.
Yes.
Worldtradecommission.com for building sustainable, compliance-ready Barbadian businesses. And so this is happening indeed. There's a morning and afternoon light snack and a buffet lunch, of course.
Yes.
That's always good to know. And if you look at your screen, Barbados, if you look at your screen, this is where your landing page will take you, and then you get to understand a little bit more about what you're engaging with on the 5th. All businesses completing the workshop will have access to a test market their product in the Canadian independent store of which you just spoke.
Yes.
So once you complete the workshop, there you go. There's an opportunity for you to really now put all of your actions into action.
Exactly.
And see how people would respond in the test market indeed. And so this is not to be missed. It is a wonderful investment into your future. It's a wonderful investment into an opportunity that you should not miss. So just remember to go to worldtradecommission.com and register right now. You'll be catered for, so your registration needs to be done as soon as possible because opportunity awaits you. And so this is for the smaller size entrepreneur, like you said, the one man operation, so to speak, because he controls everything else. We're already doing well. Is there anything about, or any business that you see that has ready for the world potential at the moment while you explore Barbados and the Caribbean Grand Market?
You know, there were a couple that there was a business called, I think her name was Kayla, and she was selling food. And it was, what I noticed about it is that she had prepackaged breadfruit chips and sweet potato chips and things like that. And I looked at it and I'm like, this is an amazing product. These are the kind of things that major retail chains in Canada are looking for, because they are removing products that they currently have on the shelves in the international space because they're not clean products. Her products were clean. I took a look. They're simple ingredients, one ingredient. Why not take these authentic products that are native to Barbados and bring them to Canada? It's a safe market. You know, Prime Minister Mia Mottley said Barbadian businesses have to start exploring waters not so near shore.
Yeah.
Exporting is deeper waters. So think of it as, what is going to be your pathway and your sustainability plan in the future? You know, regional market and local markets are great, but if you want to be sustainable in the long term, you have to diversify your portfolio, and exporting is a way to do that.
And so, Export to Canada in a Day, this workshop is the way to do this, to get yourself ready. 5th of September, go to the website worldtradecommission.com and register. Register by the 3rd of September and be there. Narissa, thank you so very much for joining us
Thank you for
today.
having me.
I really wish success. I really hope that you are bombarded with the number of registrants that you can't have enough space. And so because it's good, I know Bajans want to be able to go beyond the shore water into deeper water to benefit indeed. And I thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Morning Barbados is right back right after this.